Inspired Girl here with Fantastic. I have with me my good friend Nicole Moneer. She's a NASM CPT, CISSN, and TeamBodybuilding.com pro athlete. Tell us the rest of your credentials, Nicole.
I also am an IFBB Bikini Pro, and I am an author in progress. I have a book that'll be coming out hopefully later this year. And then I just signed a new sponsorship contract with Olympian Labs. So I'm very excited about that. And then I'm also an internationally published fitness model and writer. And another new thing to add to my resume this year is I'm a lifestyle consultant for TryBalance.com. So I do a lot of videos for them on just everything from recipes and other health related topics.
So what made you get into the fitness industry? How old were you?
Well, I've been active in dance since the age of 4, and I cheered in high school, college, and later was hired for World Champion Chicago Bulls to be a lovable during the iconic Jordan years, and then started at Bally's shortly after, and that's how we know each other, and was on their performance team, and was surrounded by other people who competed, and that kind of led me to that and an interest to that, and then I wanted to do that, and then I fell in love with it. And as a fashion merchandising major, I was in that field for about 13 years, and then I had a career change and ended up transitioning into fitness, and I love it. And been with now Lifetime Fitness for 8 years, but I was with Bally's for, gosh, almost 12, 13 years. So.
Yeah, that's exactly how I started my career in the fitness industry, was through you.
Yeah.
I think you used to see me dancing, and then you approached me one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's cool. That's so cool.
That was awesome. So, what keeps you motivated all the time? I mean, I always see that you try to eat as clean as possible, and you live as like the fitness icon. Like people can look at you for advice, and what keeps you on that?
I think that throughout my entire life, my parents have instilled a pretty strong work ethic, and your mind is everything, as Steve had said. It's what's going on between your ears. So there's not a lot that breaks me down. I have bad days, and I've had plenty of hardships, and I'll share a lot of that in my book, and how I've overcome a lot of obstacles, and just how I'm Sagittarius, so that's a huge part of my optimism. And again, I'm an example. I work for a lot of top companies that people would die to work for. I work for Lifetime Fitness. I'm an athlete for bodybuilding.com, and I'm an IFBB Bikini Pro. So everybody is wanting a piece of that, and for me, I feel it's an honor to have all these people that I work for represent. And so for me, I guess with that, it's a little bit easier. I'm representing these people. Why wouldn't I take care of myself? And also in regards to my book, my health, it's not just, hey, I want to look good, but I want to feel good. For years, decades, I was sick, and now it's not just about, hey, I hit the gym. It's, what's going on in my kitchen? What am I putting in my body that's affecting me on a daily basis, my health, my mood. And so that too has an effect on my energy and how I'm feeling.
Yeah, one of the key things that I can say about you is that you don't just have that straight, okay, just work out, you eat this, eat that. No, you have a good understanding, a broad understanding of what true nutritional balance is, and people, it's not just about eating and working out. There is a huge emotional component of it, and just explain to the world and the Fantastic community how your emotions really relate to fitness.
Well, I'll go into depth in that in my book, but just in general, I've always said that training your brain is much harder than training your body, and those who have strong mindsets are the ones that go a lot further. I don't care if you're in this industry or what industry you're in, life is hard, life is tough, people are cruel, and you have to have the strength in your mind and constantly work on positivity, because there's just too many people that are going to try and knock you down in life, even people that are your blood. They're going to try and knock you down, and I've experienced that with a lot of people in my life, and I know as a trainer I work with clients, and they too, it's like as trainers, we're cheerleaders, we're always there to support people and lift them up. And over the years, it's like I've had so many hardships that each and every hardship has made me better and stronger and smarter. And when things come to me, I'm kind of like, oh, I got through that, I'll get through this, no problem. And again, the more emotionally stable I've gotten, the healthier I've gotten physically too. So the two are really, interlinked, and I've been reading a couple books on it, and then I'm going to include more of that in my own book about how your emotions can really take a toll on you physically, and affect your health long-term, short-term too.
Awesome. If you were to give someone a nutritional tip, what would it be? Just anything.
A nutritional tip, consistency. You know, everybody,
That's
they want this or that, this food, this pill, this drink. You know, I don't care what you're doing. It's, you know, when I work with my clients, they hire me, I put together programs. It's a program, it's not one thing.
There's no magic supplement.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
people are messaging me and, you know, they want that answer, that instant. It's like, this didn't happen instantly,
Yeah,
you know, it's like,
you gotta want it.
and I'm continually learning.
Absolutely, that's awesome. So, do you have a workout routine, consistency, or do you change up your routine all the time?
I always change it up, and that's probably why I'm always so sore. But you know, I do everything, like I love drop sets, especially when I'm pressed for time. Those always tear up my muscle fibers, which is great. And then, you know, cardio, I don't do as much. When I was in my 20s, I did it probably 5-6 times a week, and now I do it once a week, maybe twice. Even, doesn't matter if I'm getting ready for a photo shoot or I'm hitting the stage or whatever it is. It's typically tightening up what I'm putting in my mouth is what's going to help bring in the lines. And weight training, I do 4 or 5 times a week. I take 2 to 3 rest days. I'm doing yoga and Pilates. You know, I teach the reformer, so I'm certified in that as well. But as I'm getting older, I train smarter, not harder. And, you know, I want
That's
longevity,
awesome.
not just in the gym, but in life.
So if you see a beginner trying to get into shape, which a lot of our viewers are beginners, so what tips can you give them to get a program started for themselves, just in general?
Well, the first thing is I would ask them, you know, are they ready to change and are they ready to fail, and what are they going to do when they fail? Because when you start anything, you have to be realistic and realize that you are going to have hiccups, and that, you know, you have to be able to forgive yourself, or, you know, be able to be like, hey, it's okay, pick up, move on. A lot of times people tend to self-sabotage, and, you know, they get stuck and they give up. And they have to know that it's kind of, you know, look further out. Don't just look in the short term. You know what? Maybe you're going to do great for a week or 2 weeks or a month, and then something's going to happen. It's going to set you back. We all have setbacks. So the thing is, you know, look long term. Use that setback as a learning tool for the next time, and keep moving on.
Awesome. So as far as eating right? Say we got the foods, we know what to eat right. How do you prepare yourself for the day? What if I'm driving in the car and I forget my protein shake? What is the key here?
I usually don't let that happen. Well, here's the thing. I've gotten to a point, and again, everybody is at different levels. You know, I have clients that come to me and it doesn't happen the first month. Maybe it doesn't happen the first year. But with me, and that's what I say, I wasn't this way when I was 20 or even 30. You know, my food, and more of it will be in my book, but my health is dependent upon my food. So I don't leave home without it. You think about little kids go to school with a lunch. Why shouldn't adults? It's like, I'm not going to get stuck going through a drive-through, or, you know, it's like if I eat somewhere else, I'm more than likely going to get sick, and not just sick to my stomach, but I have a plethora of other symptoms that, you know, would come back. So for me, you know, that's important to me. But there are a few places here in Chicago that you can go to, like Whole Foods or Fruitful Yield, and, you know, there's plenty of places in the city too as well. We're starting to get more of that market where, you know, you can get items if you're outside of the home. But I always tell people there's nothing better than planning, preparing your own food. You know what's in it, and you're safe.
Absolutely, that is key right there, is being prepared for what you got to do. I'm a nurse. I work in the field. Everyone's like, I don't got time to eat. I always have a backup. Always. Never excuse, never miss a meal. And I think that's key. Do you have anything you want to add and share with the world and share with our Fantastic community?
I guess the only thing I can say in regards to health and fitness is, again, tough times don't last. Tough people do. That's one of my favorite quotes. It's on my website. And, you know, every hardship that you have is going to make you better. Whether it's, you know, again, there's more to life than just the gym. And so we all have hardships and we all have setbacks. And again, people need to understand that that's actually going to help you in the long run if you can really step back and look at, like, hey, you know, what's going on? What can I learn from this? Whereas most times people kind of, again, they just drown in their own misery. And it's something that takes a long time, again, training your brain and you know, more positive self-talk instead of that negative, you know, voice inside your head.
Yeah. Obviously, you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share with the people. How are some ways people can get a hold of you and maybe, you Give a phone number, address, whatever you want to give.
Oh, I don't give my phone number. Yeah, only paying clients get my phone number. They know that because they can have me 24/7. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble. So yeah, people can find me. My website is NicoleMoneer.com, and I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So people can find me on any of those.
All right. Here at Fitastic, we're promoting a wellness community. We want everybody in the world to experience what it feels to feel Fitastic. This is Farhad. This is Nicole. Thank you very much. We are out.
Thank you.